You have dedicated your entire executive life to building a magnificent financial empire, accumulating vast wealth and orchestrating complex global strategies with absolute precision. Yet, while your professional legacy stands unshakable, your physical foundation is silently collapsing under the immense gravity of stress. Take a critical look at your posture. A rounded back and slouched shoulders are not merely the inevitable consequences of aging. They are the physical manifestations of a leader surrendering to the relentless pressure of their responsibilities. Every hour spent hunched over executive reports slowly degrades the structural integrity of your spine. This compromised biomechanical state visually subcommunicates defeat, weakness, and exhaustion to the entire room before you even utter a single syllable. True global elites absolutely refuse to present themselves as victims of gravity. They demand a physical architecture that perfectly mirrors their immense psychological power and sovereign authority so they can lead with unyielding confidence through every season of their lives. The conventional medical industry often dismisses poor posture as a cosmetic issue, prescribing superficial ergonomic chairs or basic stretching routines that offer absolutely zero permanent structural correction. However, the true danger of a collapsing spine extends far beyond mere aesthetics. When your shoulders aggressively round forward, you are physically compressing your cardiovascular system and severely restricting your respiratory capacity. You are literally suffocating your own executive neurology, depriving your brain of the massive oxygen flow required to maintain absolute cognitive dominance and clarity. Furthermore, this chronic misalignment accelerates joint degeneration and breeds perpetual muscular fatigue, draining the vital energy you need to actively manage your global assets and enjoy your golden years. You are paying a devastating biological tax for maintaining a subordinate physical stance to achieve true physical immortality and preserve your vitality. You must permanently abandon these obsolete models and adopt a framework that actively reconstructs your spine. Enter the sovereign protocol of biomechanical realignment, an elite physical discipline that transcends basic fitness. Absolute physical mastery requires the same rigorous daily execution and strict routine that you apply to your high-end financial investments and academic pursuits. The true secret to straightening a rounded spine does not lie in the passive use of external support braces but in the aggressive architectural strengthening of your posterior muscular chain. Your rhomboids and lower trapezius muscles are the heavy load-bearing cables of your physical empire. Due to decades of forward-leaning executive work, these crucial muscles have become dangerously dormant, while your chest muscles have become severely shortened and aggressively tight. To reverse this catastrophic structural failure, you awaken the dormant cables in your back through highly targeted isometric contractions. By meticulously isolating these specific muscular groups, you create a powerful posterior gravitational pull that naturally forces your spine into perfect sovereign alignment. However, simply attempting to force your shoulders back using sheer willpower creates a dangerous new biomechanical trap for the aspiring sovereign leader. Amateurs mistakenly believe that perfect posture is achieved by violently thrusting their chest forward and aggressively pinching their shoulder blades together all day long. This forced, unnatural maneuver severely hyperextends the lower lumbar spine, generating massive structural friction and inevitable lower back agony. You cannot fight decades of accumulated muscular imbalance with temporary bursts of brute physical force. True executive presence is completely effortless. It is the byproduct of a perfectly balanced muscular ecosystem without releasing the intense structural tension locked deep within your anterior chain. Your back muscles will constantly fight a losing battle against the aggressively tightened chest muscles. This internal physical warfare guarantees that your shoulders will eventually collapse back into a deeply subordinate position. True Postural dominance requires a highly sophisticated combination of strategic release and architectural reinforcement. This dual approach of aggressively releasing the front while structurally fortifying the back creates an unbreakable biomechanical ecosystem. It is a self-sustaining architectural organism that naturally maintains your upright sovereign posture without ever relying on conscious effort or exhausting physical tension. But knowing the theory of alignment is entirely useless if you do not know exactly how to execute these protocols during your demanding daily schedule. How do you practically implement these corrective exercises to protect your spine from the physical confiscation of age? What are the precise elite movements required to open your chest and unlock your true respiratory power if you configure your physical routine incorrectly? You could still expose your legacy to devastating long-term pain and structural vulnerability. We are about to reveal the exact high-end execution protocols used by the world's most vital leaders to achieve absolute physical sovereignty and stand eternally tall. Welcome to the elite execution phase of your biomechanical reconstruction. The most critical vulnerability in establishing a sovereign posture is the severe chronic tightness of your anterior chain, specifically the major pectoral muscles. Amateurs often completely ignore this hidden tension and solely focus on pulling their shoulders back, creating a massive internal structural conflict. To achieve absolute physical sovereignty, you must first implement targeted aggressive daily stretching protocols for your chest. The global elite utilize dedicated routines utilizing simple architectural doorways to systematically lengthen these shortened muscular fibers by aggressively opening the anterior chain. You mathematically eliminate the forward-pulling gravitational force that compromises your spinal integrity. This unshakable physical perimeter guarantees that your magnificent upright posture remains completely effortless and natural throughout the day. Your physical legacy demands an impenetrable biomechanical fortress that operates with absolute frictionless efficiency and structural grace. The second operational mandate is the flawless architectural fortification of your posterior muscular chain. Specifically the rhomboids and lower trapezius. The visual pollution of a slouched back is absolutely unacceptable in a premium executive environment. True luxury is carried in the spine. You must engage in highly specific isometric contractions designed to awaken these dormant stabilizing muscles. They flawlessly pull your scapula down and back, anchoring your shoulders deep inside their natural anatomical pockets. The exercises must act strictly as a silent, omnipresent guardian that never disrupts the profound serenity of your movements. This meticulous muscular integration preserves the authentic classical atmosphere of your physical presence, while secretly providing the most advanced structural defense available on the planet. Your body will look exactly like a timeless monument of classical strength while functioning precisely like a modern hyper-intelligent biological organism. The final structural component of your postural protocol is the establishment of a centralized sovereign kinesthetic awareness. Managing your physical alignment across vastly different daily environments requires a singular unified mental interface that transcends geographical boundaries. The top 1% construct a dedicated internal control center that monitors their spinal positioning. Whether they are commanding a boardroom in London or relaxing in their Mediterranean villa, this allows your exclusive neurological system to constantly monitor the cervical alignment of your neck, the foundation stability of your pelvis, and the respiratory expansion of your ribcage simultaneously. By consolidating this massive flow of biomechanical intelligence, you completely eliminate fragmented posture and ensure a flawlessly synchronized physical presence. You are no longer managing isolated body parts. You are commanding a highly integrated global physical empire with absolute omniscient precision. Implementing this definitive biomechanical architecture completely eradicates the psychological torment of physical fatigue and back pain. You will never again need to obsessively worry about chronic tension spreading through your neck or catastrophic structural failures occurring while you are leading critical negotiations. While amateur leaders are desperately reacting to their own physical decay, you will remain in a state of profound sovereign stillness. You have transformed your magnificent physical assets from vulnerable collapsing structures into an impenetrable self-defending biological fortress. This physical mastery grants you the ultimate luxury in life, which is absolute physiological peace of mind. It allows you to redirect your immense executive energy away from exhausting postural compensation and focus entirely on expanding your legacy and enjoying your absolute peak performance. You are no longer a hostage to the unpredictable forces of gravity. You are the absolute master. It is time to step away from the chaotic anxiety of physical deterioration and elevate your biomechanical portfolio to the highest possible standard of global dominance. This masterclass is provided strictly for educational and informational purposes, offering you the sovereign framework to rethink your structural preservation strategies. We strongly advise consulting with elite biomechanical professionals to tailor these immortal principles to your specific physiological requirements. Do not let unexpected physical weakness dictate the future of your family empire. Build your invisible structural shield today and secure your absolute physical legacy against the gravity of aging. Please subscribe to our exclusive channel to join a distinguished global community of sovereign individuals who refuse to compromise on the integrity of their bodies. Implement the law of perfect alignment. Remain perfectly unbothered by the weight of the world and stay eternally golden.